Hey guys, I am selling my Mitsubishi 2650FD because I've had this tractor for about 5 years and it's been awesome, but I need something a little bit bigger. I'm building a pond in the front of my property and I just bought a brand new 4044 John Deere. That ran me a pretty penny, but this one is I no longer need this one. So it's a great little tractor. It's a 26 horsepower, but it feels more like a 35 horsepower. These Mitsubishi tractors are really strong. It's a diesel. Hydraulics are in great shape. The bucket's in great shape. The front lip of the bumper of the bucket, the loader is really straight, and it's a pretty big bucket. It's a 5 foot 4 inch. I've replaced several of the hoses. So several of the hoses are new. That was a couple $100 to replace several of these hoses. And I also, this year, I filled these front tires. I actually filled them with a poly. I had it done down at this place in Fort Worth. This front driver's side tire is brand new because I've got some mesquites out here, so I was getting flats, and this one is a brand new tire and they're filled. It cost me $500 to get them filled and for this new tire. The back tires are in great shape. So the front tires are solid now. You can't get flats in those fronts. The back tires are so big, I've never had a flat on the back tire. These are in great shape. The only thing that's not really in great shape is the seat, and I will throw in a new seat cover to whoever buys this. I'll just order one online. But overall, it's a great tractor. It's got the front end loader. I'm gonna keep my implements. If you're interested in any of the implements, you can make me an offer on them, but I'm asking $5,000 for the tractor, and it obviously includes the loader, but it does not include the implements, unless you can make me an offer on them if you want. But yeah, it's a great little tractor. I've used it for 5 years, and I've cleared my property with it. I've done a lot of gardening with it, loading, moving stuff around, box blade, brush hog. I've done a lot with it. So let's start it up. So to start this one up, the clutch is down here on the left. So I'm going to push the clutch in, pull the throttle down. I'm going to turn it to the left to, you can see the lights turn on there. I give it a glow plug. When it's cold, you got to glow plug it for about 30 seconds, and that silver thing right there, you can touch it. Once it gets hot, it's ready to start. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over. And I normally run it at about 1700 RPMs. You can see over here the loader lifts up nice and smooth. Down, same thing. I'll tilt it up, tilt it down. The hydraulics run nice and smooth, and I actually just replaced the oil, hydraulic fluid, and put new radiator fluid in. That was about $400 to $500 to do all that, because this thing takes about 10 gallons of hydraulic fluid, and it ain't cheap. So those cracks on the hood, that's just paint. I've spray painted it to keep it from rusting, but it's in great shape. So you got your reverse, and then 5 gears, and then you got your PTO right here. So like right now, if I put the PTO in second, or I'll put it in first gear and let my foot off the clutch, So I was taking my foot on and off the clutch. So that's the PTO working. And now I'll just, I'll put it in first gear and just drive around a little bit. So now we're moving. And you can hear this engine runs great. I have never had any problems with this engine. This is a great tractor. It's built like a tank. My buddy that's a mechanic, he ran this tractor a little bit, and he thought I should keep it, but you know, it's an old tractor and it's running good. So I've got my new tractor, so I need to get rid of it, but it should do what you need it to do. You know, it's great for use it for a couple years, clear your property, move some dirt around, box blade, and sell it just like I've done with it. But it's a great little tractor. Just all it needs is oil change about once a year, and check the radiator fluid, keep it full, and that's about it. So I'll flip it in reverse. Now we're going backwards. And the only other thing I haven't shown you is the 3-point harness back here. So this lever over here will lower it. So now it's down. And this tractor has one little quirk to it. To raise this back up, the hydraulics are connected in with the steering. So to raise my 3-point harness, my implement back up, I gotta raise the lever, and you've got to actually turn the steering wheel a little bit, and you'll see it raise back up. So that's the one little interesting thing about this tractor, is you've got to turn the steering wheel just a little bit to raise up the implement in the back. But to lower it, all you do is this lever, you can get it the exact height that you want. That's about halfway down, and I just, you know, you can adjust it how you need it. And that's about it. I'll give you the 360-degree walk around. It's a good little tractor. You know, for an old tractor, it's still got some paint on it, and the engine just runs, it just purrs. It's a diesel, no problems with the engine. The bucket's in great shape. You can see, look at that front edge on the bucket. It's straight as an arrow. Hydraulics are in great shape. Everything about this tractor is good. It's just an old tractor. It runs really well. It needs a new seat. That's about it. New seat cover. It's still got the foam on it. It's comfortable to sit in, but that actually just, you know, it's that vinyl, and it finally just started cracking. So that's it. Asking price $5,000. $5,000 or best offer. You know, it's a good running tractor, so I'm not going to give it away. I paid $7,000 for it, and I've driven it for 5 years. I haven't put that many hours on it. I've maybe put, maybe 100 hours on it total. And I think when I bought it, it had 700 hours on it, so I'm pretty sure. No, it doesn't even have that many. Oh my gosh, it's got 336 hours on this tractor, and I only put about 100 on it, I think. So when I bought it, it must have had about 230 or so. So it actually doesn't have that many hours on it. That's crazy. You know, it mostly just people were using it on a small property just to move stuff around. They weren't driving it like a, you know, like a farm tractor where they get thousands of hours. So it's a good little tractor. Message me if you have any questions or you want to come look at it. Thank you.